Alright, before I begin this video, if anybody has or can point me in the direction of a Dell TSA-8 power supply, both myself and this laptop here will be very happy. And speaking of happy, this is not happy, and I'm not happy that this happened. You see, what I did today is probably what caused this to break. But frankly, if what I'm thinking is true, and it probably is, the grub bootloader that you can see right here on your screen right now, or, well, kind of see on your screen right now, is being too complicated with itself. And if you want my honest, obnoxious opinion, it's kind of stupid. So let's take a look here. What have we got? Well, we've got an error message here that says unknown file system, and then it's entering rescue mode. And I've already tried this. I've got a list command with all of the partitions, including the drives themselves. This one is the main hard drive. You can see it's got 4 partitions. That's good. We've got the media drive with the 1 partition. That's the RAID array. And we've got the floppy drive, which for whatever reason is being detected, even though, as you can clearly see, the drive is not exactly working. So what happened? Well, Windows XP, or POS Ready 2009, such as it may be, was being a pill with drivers. And my capture card was not working. So I decided, in my infinite wisdom, well, what the heck, I'm just going to replace the copy of Windows that's running with one that was restored, or I'll restore it from an image. Alright, there we go, I managed to save that. Like I said before, it's kind of stupid if that's what broke it, but maybe, just maybe, it's verifying the drive, and it's not the drive that it wants to find. But I don't know why it is looking for the ability to boot from a Windows partition if it's not configured to do so. Anyway, it's just weird. So what I'm looking here, I'm looking at this. I'm going to try and repair this because, well, mainly for my own feeling here. So let's take a look. Let's try and find a couple of things. And you could do this. I'm trying to do a tutorial here. I believe you need the brackets. I believe the Linux drive is that one right there, the one that's got the bootloader on it. So we'll try that. MS-DOS 2. This should tell us, well, actually, I should look at this more carefully. So type that in, we'll try this, we'll see what it does. File system is unknown. I can't do completion. Well, maybe Linux did manage to break itself more than I thought it did. Let's try MS-DOS 3. ext2. That's closer. Well, we'll try this. Whoa. Oh, there it is, I guess. So now we've got to try setting the root, loading the kernel module, and then setting it to use this, and we'll figure this out. Alright. I'm trying to... This is hard to read. Who the hell thought that this was a good idea? Alright, I'm going to just not think about it, because if I do, I'm going to just get mad at angry with whoever designed this utter BS right here. This is stupid. Anyways, whatever. So we'll set the root. That's what you want to do. Set root equal to the partition that you... Whoops. What you want, which is HD0 MS-DOS 3 in this case. With the brackets, those are needed. Alright. /boot. Should say nothing, that's good. You need to load the kernel module right there. Unknown function. Well, okay, it's not supposed to do that. So I'm guessing that it managed to bust itself because of that, and I'm going to be reinstalling Linux. You know what? I've got another trick up my sleeve. We're going to give it the 3-finger salute here. And I'm going to reload the whole thing. Well, not the whole drive, because I can't do that. But I'm going to try reloading the Linux partition from a backup. And we'll see what it does then. If it still doesn't work, I'm reinstalling Linux and using a different distribution, because clearly Lubuntu Linux is still a piece of crap even now. It's kind of pathetic, really. Alright. As you can see, same result when I reboot it and restored the partition. And it is on this note that we are going to be going on a rant, not about Linux. I'm going to prevent myself from going on a huge tangent rant about Linux, because this kind of crap happens all the time in Linux, and anybody that says that it doesn't is totally wrong. Moreover, I am going to talk about software design. Whoever the brilliant engineer is that thought it was a good idea to prevent the loading of a Linux kernel module when there happens to be a partition on the system that has nothing to do with the one that's being booted from, whoever thought that it was a good idea to prevent that needs to get the hell out of the software writing business, because they don't belong there, they failed, and they're a moron. As is every single person who thought that that was a good idea. All of them are morons and need to be fired, because they're stupid. This is the stupidest thing I have seen in a long time. Who the hell thought this was a good idea? It's not. And furthermore, let's have a look at this. You've already seen this. I've already shown this to you. This is a fucking mess. Why is this not being arranged in a way that I can read this? This is a paragraph text block. Nobody wants to read that. What the hell is all this crap? When does this file thing end? This one right here. When does that end? There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3. 3 periods there. Where is what? Doesn't make any sense to me. This is dumb. Whoever thought this was a good idea is a moron as well. And anybody that approved of this idea is also a gigantic moron. And they need to be fired. Because this was stupid. This needs to be improved. This grub rescue BS, this needs to be improved. It needs to be totally thrown out the window and rewritten completely from the ground up by somebody that understands how recovery works. What will be nice? I know exactly what the problem is here. I need to reload all of these kernel images. I need to remake some of these, some of the Windows images. Because it's, for whatever freaking reason, deciding that, well, I don't know what this is, so I'm just going to forget about it. Alright. I'm going to try something else, and I'm going to show you another big problem with this crap. Alright. You can see I've entered in 2 other commands. I've listed the hard disk here, and as you can see right there, it is reporting that the file system is X2. Alright? And that's what we are trying to boot from. What the fuck does this mean? What the fuck does this mean? Somebody tell me. What does this mean? It means nothing. That is the most stupid, useless, and annoying error message. Whoever wrote the kernel loading module thing needs to also rewrite the whole thing from the ground up, because this is broken. This is broken. There is no plausible reason why booting from a totally separate file system that is clearly, check this out, right there, X2. How hard is that to understand? What is wrong with these people? Seriously. This stuff should not be happening. And if it does happen, because let's face it, nothing's perfect, it needs to be far more user-friendly than this. I get that it shouldn't have to hold your hand. You should have to do some research, because with Windows you have to do some research as well to fix some of these bootloader issues. But come on! I know exactly what the problem is, but I can't do anything about it because stupid BS like this exists. File system unknown. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Alright. I wanted to use Linux Mint, but I'm going to try this instead, because I would have to burn a new Linux Mint DVD. Or, plenty of people will probably suggest that I just put it on a USB drive. I could do that, but I'm not going to waste a USB drive just for one installation. There's no freaking point. So we're going to try this. We'll see what this does. Give it the 3-finger salute again. It should boot from CD. I should go back in there and check and make sure that my settings are okay. Alright, here we go. Peppermint. I'm going to try Peppermint Live first to make sure that it's going to work on this hardware. Because I know exactly what's going to happen. Okay, it seems to be booting. I'm going to try and install it, and it's going to be totally freaking broken. Right. Starting up in a system font. That's encouraging. Now that works, I suppose. I thought it was halfway off the screen, but I guess not. The last time I tried this, it was actually showing up in blue. I think if you remember my Tekra 8000 Linux distribution video, you will have seen that, and it appears as though I found my first glitch. I don't think that's supposed to happen, but it does. Well, I don't know if that's going to be a bad sign, but hey, at least it boots and looks okay. We'll see what Windows look like. It hasn't kernel panicked immediately upon starting, and it actually looks like it should. It's red as opposed to the blue that it was looking like on that, what did that thing have? Magic Media 256 AV was the chip that Tekra had in it. This is Intel graphics. It looks alright. The window looks kind of weird. I don't know if it's supposed to look like that, but I mean, everything looks like that, I guess. I don't know if that's the way that it's supposed to be, or if it's somehow broken. Alright, so let's X4 format, or not. Yeah, now it's just being a pain. Use as. This is X4 journaling. Format. That is the root partition. That's kind of stupid. Alright. Before you can select a new partition size. Why is it trying to select a new partition size? Clearly nobody thought about the usability of this either. Now it's got to rescan all the disks again. The only thing I did was change the mount point and format the drive. Or set it so that it would format it. This is getting pretty stupid. Alright, so that hasn't changed. Nothing else appears to have changed. This is the swap space. Yes, this is swap area. Leave it alone. Install the bootloader to SDA3. I'm not installing it to the root of the drive because that'll just screw it up. Alright. I am here, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm there. Are you going to do anything or what? My guess is that it appears as though it has decided to lock up. Like I said, it appears as though nobody has thought of the usability of this installer. And all of them who designed it need to go rewrite it from the ground up because it doesn't work. If it's not usable, it doesn't work. Yes, it's an obnoxious opinion of mine, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one with that obnoxious opinion. Probably should step back from this before I just end up making myself angry with it. That looks good. English US layout. On what apparently, I found out, may or may not be a Model M keyboard. Now, it's a KB7953 is what the model is. So if anybody knows what that is, I'd like to hear from you. It doesn't identify itself as a Model M anywhere, and it is certainly not a clicky keyboard. However, the only source of information that I have found online about this keyboard that was not an eBay auction happened to be on the Model M buyer's guide. So I don't know if that's affirmative, if this is a Model M, or what. I'm going to have to enter in my name and all of that, and then I will come back. That's a bunch of malarkey. That's what that is. I would love to be able to talk to software and tell it just how much, tell it just how little I care about that. Because guess what? It's the same system! Hooray! For usability. And look at that. Now it's got a check mark beside it. Not only is the usability lacking, but also the reliability is lacking. And it is once again sitting here doing nothing and churning my CD-ROM drive. Nice. There it goes. Copying files. That's nice. Alright. Installation complete. Let's reboot it. See what it managed to break. Probably everything. Trying to read something here while making this portion of the video. Oh, you suck. Once again, no thought to the usability of this software. To install, there is a bug on my window. I wonder what kind of bug that is. Of course, it's not going to focus on it. Alright, I'm going to try and put it into manual focus mode. It's probably not going to work at all. I don't even know how to do that. Well, that would explain it. Manual focus! That's the wrong way. There we go. Take a look at that thing. I wonder if that's a stink bug. Oh, yeah, that figures. Now it focuses after I took it out of automatic focus mode and did it myself. But in the amount of time that it took for me to do that, update information. Incomplete language support. Well, that's familiar. Lubuntu used to do that often. Let's see what run this action now does. I like the transparency effects. Language support was not installed completely. Well, install. And now it needs my password. I am resisting the urge to go on another rant about how nobody apparently knows how to test this stuff. Asks me to install that and then has the audacity to tell me later, oh, we can't do this because it involves installing untrusted packages. Whatever. Just whatever. Alright, let's go to the software updater and check for updates. It's probably a real good sign that this crap is not going to work. But I'll give it the good old college try. Alright, really? Well, I can probably explain that easily. I don't know if I've got the network turned on here. And of course, Windows is being a pill. Status! Properties. Come on. I am rendering a video, so maybe that's why this is going slow like it is. Sharing. Oh, it is sharing. But apparently, I don't have an internet connection. So I guess this is not going to work either. Whatever. I'm going to try and fix... Go away. I'm going to try and fix this myself. Alright, this is stupid. I've got an internet connection, as you can see. Claiming that I don't have an internet connection. Well, actually, you're totally freaking wrong. Alright, it is still claiming that I don't have an internet... and that I don't have an internet connection. Seriously, I just entered my password. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Here's what we'll do. I'll enter it again. That's what I'll do. Just enter it again. That's fine. Close. Okay, whatever. Go away. I'm just going to use the command line. Shouldn't have to do this, but apparently nothing wants to work, so we're going to do it my way. Gonna have to enter in my stupid password again. Probably gonna say I entered it in wrong. Oh, look at this. 0? Yeah, right. I didn't download updates. Looks like I'm going to be using a different distro because this one's not working. Because once again, nobody tests stuff before publicizing it. Makes me want to give somebody a Technicolor punch in the nose. Alright, I just encountered a problem. So I'm going to deal with it in an incredibly professional way. Fixed. Alright, I've decided that I'm going to use Linux Mint Debian Edition because this is the easiest one to upgrade. Unlike the Ubuntu, I actually don't have to, or as far as I know, I don't have to reload the entire operating system or upgrade the entire operating system and go through that whole rigmarole every time. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot. Windows XP is not going to let me access my network drive, is it? I just noticed something on the EasyTV Capture, which is the capture card that I use in this custom build. I just noticed something on this disk that I haven't noticed before. EasyTV, Easy Your Life. Clearly somebody was having a bad English day. Well, then again, this is a cheap product, so it was probably somebody to whom English was not even a third language. Alright, let me get back onto the subject of today's video, because I've gotten sidetracked. Now, booting into Vista, believe it or not, actually worked, so let's try this. Now, I just realized that this is a 64-bit image. I'm hoping that that isn't going to make a difference. I'd love to know why these transfer speeds are so slow, because it's gigabit. I mean, look at that. That's pathetic. Alright, so here's our information. The disk is there. There's the image. Let's see what it does when I hit that. Disk is not empty. All disk will be overwritten. Yes, because I can easily re-add that. That's not a big deal. You can see it working over there. Why is the camera not focusing? Is it still in manual focus mode? It shouldn't be. There it goes. Yeah, it's having a hard time focusing today. I guess it's because it's a black item with little lighting. Here's a good part. Alright, so let's see what happens when we reboot the system now. It should boot from that disk if it worked fine. Here we go. Start Linux Mint. I should run an integrity check, but I'm not even going to bother because I'm lazy. Alright, seems we've gained some battery on the camcorder. It's no longer complaining of a low battery. I'd love to know just what this camera thinks that it's focusing on. And now it's complaining about a low battery again. Oh boy. Alright. Can never win with this stuff, can I? Right, Montreal, whatever, I don't care. Montreal is actually closer to me than Toronto, I suppose, but alright. I am not using a French layout. I don't know why and how that managed to get that wrong, but whatever. Okay, that's better. Alright, take a photo. Huh. And I'll enter in the rest of this data. Nice. Battery died exactly. Alright folks, I'll tell you what this is right here. This is a Unix archaism. It's the kind of thing that needed to go burn in the deepest depths of the earth a long time ago. This is impressive. It's not filling me with confidence. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Before continuing, please mount your... What the hell? Alright, installation complete. If I can move the right mouse, I would hit yes. Pressing the enter key and nothing is happening, so I guess we're gonna have to give it the 3-finger salute. And that's not doing anything either, so I'll take another stab at this. Just like that. I don't know if it's supposed to have those weird lines on it or not. Alright, here's the first update. Install that. We'll see if it will install that. Hopefully it will. Shouldn't take too long. Look at that. Look at how fast that was. Now it's going to reopen, and it should download a whole bunch of updates. Really does take it a long time. Okay. Here we go. Install updates. That's okay. And I'll wait for that to finish. Alright, so all the updates are done. That really was not that bad at all. I don't see any difference between any of these. Well, I guess that's a difference. Well, anyways, let's see if I can find a decent background. I'll probably just add my own custom background later. What's that look like? Well, that's alright, I guess. Look at this. Some of these are cool, some of them are not. I don't really know. I'll probably just add my own later on, but that should be fine. And that's it for the video, because there's not much else I really need to do in a video like this. It was mainly just a Linux rant, really. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. If you got any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Until then.